Welcome to the Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Happy
We're always
Friday.
having fun. Happy Friday,
Happy
everybody.
Friday.
Yay, it's here.
It's almost Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Is your shopping done?
No, but,
What?
well, I have you done.
Wait, what?
I have Bestie done. Wait, what? Okay, let's tell everybody the story today. We'll go back to shopping in a minute. So you are always very nice and you share things with me when I ask because we're in the same realm.
Right.
We work in the same stores and
Right.
sometimes I have people at my work that are nosy. No,
Yeah.
not nosy. Sometimes I have people at my work that would like some information.
Right.
So we kind of share it back and forth. I
Yes.
share it with your boss
Yes.
and whatever too. So no one knows we do this.
Right.
You know? And I'm like, hey, can you email me
Some
this
info-
plan?
some
Yeah, some
info.
info. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm super curious about this.
And
I
I was
want to
like,
know
yeah,
what
no
you've been
problem.
doing.
Yeah.
And no problem. It wasn't like anything confidential.
Right.
You know, anybody
Right.
could be sending it. And so I'm like, oh, it's not coming over. It's not coming over.
I know, and I'm
redoing
checking my
phone.
email, like,
yeah, like
What the hell? Where is it? I just sent it.
It's because you were logged in as Clopen and sent it to me. So I was like, oh, Clopen got an email or Clopen sent an email. I was like, oh shit, delete forever. Whoops.
I'm wheezing.
So I'm forwarding it to the person that had
Oh my
asked.
God.
And I'm like, okay, delete this, delete the
Oh
email,
my
delete this.
God.
Okay, are they going to notice that it's going to blah, blah, blah?
Oh
so then I
God.
send it, I make sure it gets sent, and then I just go in my sent, I delete forever. I go in my inbox, I delete forever. It's never forever.
There's always a paper
There's
trail.
always a trail. That was
I don't even know how
dying.
that happened.
You were just logged in under Clopen. It's
But
so
why?
easy with Gmail.
I guess.
Yeah,
because
you
my
just
Gmail
click through a
doesn't
little
specify.
circle. So I
Yeah.
have like 5 of them on there.
Oh,
so I just
God.
click on whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's
It's
so
so funny.
Oh, I was dead.
I was super excited. I went to our mailbox. So we have a mailbox at a UPS. Because I don't have anything
for the-
here because
for
of
the
where
Clopen.
for
Yeah.
the Clopen.
Yeah.
And I walked in and we actually had mail.
No way.
Yeah.
What did we get?
It was from the bank.
Oh. Thought somebody sent us a present.
I
all
should
excited.
You know what? I should share our address and people can send us Christmas cards.
Yes.
Christmas cards, mailing Christmas cards is dead.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's put our address out there.
Okay.
If someone mails us a Christmas card, we'll send one back.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll even share some stickers with them or something. There we go. We're doing it. We're doing it.
We do have little gifts.
We do. We
have little
absolutely do.
gifts.
Maybe one person that sends us a Christmas card will get a very nice gift back.
Ooh.
I can't say that you'll get it before Christmas because of how our mail's been
Yeah,
working.
snail
but
mail.
just know, I think we just created
Yeah.
a fun thing.
Do we have USPS?
We do.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, no. We have yes, we have both.
So as long as it's not FedEx. Everybody's like
we
mad
have
at
a sweet
FedEx
number.
right now.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. It's USPS,
Okay.
and it's in a UPS building.
Okay.
Which is kind of neat
Yeah.
because it's safe and. You know, but we have a suite number, so
Yeah.
I will share that,
Okay.
and let's do that. That
Yeah.
would be fun.
Send us your shit.
yeah, send us some fun stuff, and we'll send you something back.
We'll send you our shit back.
Yeah, perfect. Everybody can get our autographs. Maybe
Ooh.
we'll send something fun to someone.
Ooh.
Yeah. Done.
I should probably get some Christmas cards printed up
Yeah.
right now. Gotta put our
Ooh, yeah.
picture on it.
All right, we'll have to do that after this.
Okay. Yeah, so back to shopping, you know. I start my Christmas shopping in like October.
You do. You're so good.
Because I start seeing shit like, ooh, so-and-so like that. And then especially this year with how the mail has been, I was like, I'm ordering early. And I'm really mad because I ordered some ornaments and I didn't know they were coming from China.
Oh no!
So
And
they're
stuck.
definitely not
Yeah.
going to get here in time. So
That's what our bestie was talking about. She said, you know, we're all getting together. We do our cookie baking every year.
Yes.
It's what, your 9th year?
9th year.
Wow,
Yeah, that we've
amazing.
been doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. And
We've had a lot
like,
of couple people come and go.
We've had a lot of people come and go, and then there were 3.
Yes.
And then Julia may join us, so then there were 4. And then the guys, they always
Yeah,
enjoy the cookies,
yeah.
so then there were like, you know, 8
Yeah.
or whatever. So
And we always
but-
make so many, and I always make Johnny take them to work.
Yes.
I'm like, please get
I
these
know.
out of
Well,
here.
I don't have a work to go to, like
Yeah.
only Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be gone. because we're going on
yeah.
vacation.
Yeah.
So I can't take that much.
Oh, my
you and
gosh.
Bestie can take them.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
You're
Leave it
welcome.
Up to us.
You're welcome. You have Johnny take him to work. Bestie can take him to work. But yeah, it's so fun.
I'll
I can't believe
freeze
it's been
'em.
9 years and we do a
Yeah.
craft every year.
Yeah.
Super
we always
excited
have
for
fun.
that.
I'm so excited. Last year we did our Christmas card cover photo with the best.
We did. Yes,
Yeah,
we did.
that
And
was a
then
lot
this
of
year
fun.
we're doing Ice Princesses.
Yes.
She found an amazing silver dress.
I might have a surprise too for us.
I might too, but I'm not going to say. We'll share our photo
Oh,
shoot
yeah, for
with,
sure.
with everybody that's listening. So
I'm so excited.
we
can't
just
wait.
love it. We just love it. It's
My
so
mouth
fun.
is really dry right now.
So you know how I always surprise you at the end, but I have a quiz for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, what holiday are you, or what retail are you? And the first question
my
is like, how do you
God.
feel about the holidays? And you're like, I
Oh
love
my
Christmas.
God.
And it's like a picture of Elf, you know.
That's
so I
me.
can't wait. I can't wait.
That's me.
We'll see.
Can we do it right
It
now?
says what sure, you know what? Let's start it off
Are we
right
starting
away.
off
Let's
with
just,
a
you know what?
quiz?
Let's just do it.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
Okay.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh my god. I'm so excited.
So funny. So, okay. Oh, I was actually looking at 22 of the scariest crimes to ever hit the world of retail
Stop.
from Google.com, but we'll go back
That's
to
scary.
that.
I
Maybe
don't
we'll
wanna
do that like
know.
around Valentine's or something when
Oh,
there's like, talk
gosh.
about the massacre or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is from tryinteract.com. Okay. So this is, you have to like select the category. There's marketing quizzes. There's a whole
Oh,
bunch of
wow.
stuff. And this one says, which retail are you?
Okay.
No idea. I didn't take the quiz.
Okay.
I always just want to
see
like,
what happens.
So it
Yeah.
says, how festive are you is the first question.
Very.
So this is like a there's 9 questions and you're gonna choose a few of
Okay,
them.
okay.
I'm never not thinking about Christmas, and that's the elf thing. I love a good December display. I appreciate it, but don't really go crazy. I'm not really bothered either way. It's just another day. Bah humbug.
I'm gonna say December display.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Because I'm one of those people that although my elf wreath is
Yes.
up all year, I really don't put Christmas up until after Thanksgiving.
A friend of mine commented on all my house pictures. You know, I kind of like
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
holidays
yeah.
and talk about it. And she said, wait, is your wreath elf or, and it's the other guy. What's the other guy that he plays with the white hair? Gandalf or what the hell is his name? Oh, I don't know. But I went to go look him up and I'm just like, oh my God, he does. He looks like both of them.
Oh,
so I
that's
don't
so
know.
funny.
It's so funny.
That's
Anyways,
funny.
sorry about that.
Okay.
How good is your parallel parking? I don't know. Okay. Never not perfect. I love a good challenge. It's a 50-50 situation. I avoid it if possible because it takes so long. I never try it. I'll drive around until I find another space.
I'd say it's a 50-50.
How do you feel about having your picture taken? I'm a Kardashian. I don't like them, so that's like a.
I know.
Okay,
It's kind of an
anyways.
insult.
I'm a Jackson.
Like a Jackson 5.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Or I know how to work my angles. I enjoy making memories, but don't go crazy. If I have to, I feel nothing because it never happens. I'm dead inside. I work retail. So how do you feel about having your picture taken?
I'm going to say, what was the middle one?
It's I enjoy making memories, but don't go
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Right.
What?
We were just talking about being ice princesses and our
Okay.
cards from last year.
So we make memories, but we don't go everyday hardcore.
All right, fine.
I'm not selfies every day, faces.
Your Snapchat faces every day.
No.
No?
Sometimes I just do my radio in the morning.
Oh, that's true.
Or I send you a nice sunrise over the city
Yes, very nice. That was
Yeah.
very nice.
picture. Yeah.
That one store is beautiful.
I know. I love
Yeah.
because you park on the roof.
Yeah.
So you get a great view
Yep.
of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. How organized are you?
Not at all.
Okay. 0%. I'm late.
Yeah.
Okay. Or are you 25%? Who doesn't like some chaos in their life? What do you
Okay.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
25%.
That's okay. I'm answering for you. Sorry. Rate your Halloween costume game.
Oh shoot. Well, I missed
Were you sick this
Halloween.
year?
Yes. I had COVID.
Last year you
probably.
were good. The year before, okay, you're every
No,
other.
last year I had COVID right before Halloween.
But you showed up.
But I was done with my quarantine right before Halloween.
But the year before, you didn't show up. So you're in every other.
Well,
Anyways.
yeah.
Rate your Halloween costume game. I'm basically a professional costume artist. I'm going to say yeah, but I always make the effort to dress up. I dress up if I need to. I'm a party goer. I prefer not to be bothered. I hate dressing up. It doesn't happen.
I always dress up.
You're a professional costume artist.
Yeah, we all are.
Do you like shopping? I wish it was my career. I love me some retail therapy. I don't mind it. I only go when needed. My socks have holes in them, but I refuse to go.
I had a hole in my sock today.
I have so many socks that don't match because I throw them out.
Oh my! Well,
as soon as I feel a hole, I'm like, done.
I buy like 2 packs of the same exact thing.
Yes.
So that way, you start throwing, and then you start getting these loose socks, and then it's time to go buy more.
Yeah, right.
But I
right,
walk
right.
around half the day today. Like, why does my toe feel funny?
You got to cut those toenails. So I was dumb and I bought Reebok socks, and the way that you match them is the color of the Reebok. And so I have to have pink and pink purple. I don't do the whole mismatch.
You don't.
So if one gets it, I toss it, but I forget that the blue and blue is supposed to match. So it bothers me all day if I have to wear a pink and blue. I'm like, really?
Stop it.
I know, it's crazy. So I have to find those again. Anyways.
Okay.
How do you like shopping?
So I'm gonna say like I like to shop, but I don't want it to be my career.
Right. So you don't mind it.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't mind it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Choose which best describes you. I have no idea what it's going to say. I apologize now. Oh, I enjoy a set schedule, 9 to 5. I need a steady job, but I'm flexible with my hours. I work to live, not live to work. Any hours as long as I get to choose when I work. Who needs to work? Haven't you heard of parents?
Oh my God.
Haven't you heard of the state?
Steady job. Steady job.
All right. Are you a people person? Hell yeah, I could talk
Yes.
to a wall. Okay.
Yes.
Are you a trendsetter? You have a Vogue subscription.
No.
You know what suits you and always dresses to impress. I think you do, but
No.
I put in the effort when needed, but love my comfy clothes.
That's it.
I think so.
Yes.
If it's trendy, it was a gift. I wear clothes.
That kind of describes me too.
I'm like the I wear clothes person.
Yeah.
I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I like the one above
The effort.
that.
Yeah, but
yeah.
love the comfy clothes.
Yeah.
You are a Christmas stall.
A stall? Like a horse stall? Like where Jesus was born? Am I the nativity scene?
Bringing Christmas to life in every square across the UK, Christmas stalls are paramount to bringing light and love to cold, gray winter days. Oh, I guess that is you.
So I'm a shining light.
You're a shining light, full of all the little knickknacks and ornaments you never knew you needed.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this was a UK, but most of the quizzes are
Yeah.
UK. A great job for those that are full of Christmas spirit and enjoy having engaging conversation with elated shoppers and tourists alike. Christmas stalls are a type of pop-up shop.
Oh, okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
Which is something that, experts love creating. After all, what better way to re-energize the retail experience than with captivating and unique brand events?
Yep.
That sounds like you.
That's me.
That's perfect.
That's me. I'm a
That's
stall.
because you answer these exactly
I
how you
belong
would
outside with the horses.
Oh my God. No, obviously it's a UK name.
I'm a store. I'm a Christmas
You're a store. You're like it. Well, I was going to say an outlet, but it's not an outlet because you're
I'm a
not on
pop-up.
sale.
I'm
You're
a
a pop-up.
pop-up.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was fun.
Pop up when you least expect it.
So as soon as you walked in, you said you had a story for me.
Shit. No, I think that is it the one where we mismatch words?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just making sure I didn't say
Right. No, you had a few, so I was just the big one you wanted to talk
Yes.
about.
So, of course, I was watching TikTok, drinking my coffee this morning.
Ooh.
I'm TikTok obsessed.
Yep.
And this lady was talking about how she tried to say, oh shit, now I can't remember what the mishmash was.
Oh no.
But you know what it is. So like when a server gives you your food and they say, enjoy your meal, and you're
And you
like,
say, "You
too,"
too.
and it's like so embarrassing. You're like, want to die. Or you try to say like, have a good day and thank you at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like, thank day.
Yeah.
Or you think they're going to say, do you want to sign up for the credit card? And you're like, no. And they're like, have a good day. And you're like, no. That one's my favorite.
That is a good one.
I used to do it all the time. So I was like, okay, so here's actually a true life story.
Okay.
Just the other day, I was working Saturday, right? So every once in a while we do weekend work, which it's
Yeah.
not normal, but It's okay. We pick it up every once in a while. So I go to my first store and I leave there and I'm like, I am freaking starving. So I stop at McDonald's, is right by the store. I get my breakfast. So I pull up to the window after I order, and the guy opens the window and he goes, "Hi, how are you today?" I go, "I'm good. How are you?" And he goes, "I'm good. How are you?" And then he goes, "Ah, God." And I go, "I get it, like, but I've done that before too.
Yeah.
Like, are we going to out? How are you today? Like, are we just is this going to go on forever?
That's so funny.
Yeah. I like when people
You know what
do
gets
that.
me is the way that people ask you, like, how's your day going? Or how's it going? Or like I walked in and I thought the guy was going to say, how are you? He was like, hi, how are you? That's what I thought he was going to say. So I was ready to say, I'm fine. But he was like, hey, how's your day going? And I'm like, I'm fine.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm alive.
And I'm like,
here.
and so is my day. How about you?
Yeah. One of the guys behind the meat counter today was like, "Oh, how you doing today? I haven't seen you in a while." I was like, "Oh, I'm good. How's it going?" "Oh, I'm surviving," he says.
Oh, boy.
I go, "Yeah, me too." I go, "I guess it's better than the alternative." And he's just like, You're right. Like, because I'm thinking the alternative is you could have not woke up this morning.
Yeah, exactly. But
like,
here you are.
Here you are, living life. Killing it. Here you are killing it.
When you walk into a store, you have 10 to 15 stores
I
sometimes?
have 11. Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When you walk in, is the first thing you think of is, okay, which way is the bathroom?
Yes.
Because none of the stores are the same.
Correct.
So you're like, you walk in, you're like, okay, am I going left or
Yes.
right? Left or right?
Yes. Or am I hitting the back employee bathroom? Because,
Oh, yeah.
some of the city stores are kind of scary. You find needles on the floor.
You do,
There's
yep,
like graffiti everywhere.
And they
It's
have the
like-
codes. So if you don't know
Yes.
the code to get in, or
Yes.
sometimes they switch it once a week
Yes.
or something like that, then
So,
you're fighting.
I hit up the employee bathroom sometimes
yeah,
too.
you're fighting
And then
to get
people
in there.
look at me like, "What are you doing in here?" I'm like, "I work here too."
Yeah. Well, you wear a lanyard?
I do.
Yeah.
Usually it's turned around and my name's not showing because the other side peeled off.
Oh, jeez. That's right.
But I was at one of my newer stores because we kind of like moved territories recently.
Oh, okay.
And so I picked up a newer store. I mean, I've been going there for maybe 5 months now.
Oh, okay.
But you don't always see everybody.
No.
So this girl comes up to me today and she's like, "Oh, I've been seeing you here, like, who do you work for? Because I see you on this side of the store. I see you on that
sure.
side of the store. I see you in the meat department. I see you in the bakery, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, and I'm explaining to her what I do and this and that. We sat there and talked for like 20 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
But it was nice to talk to somebody because,
Absolutely.
I mean, usually, I talk to people every day, but it's like, oh, where can I set up this display?
Right.
You want me to fill that for you? Can I help you with anything? It's not really like talking.
Right, right.
So, yeah, it was
And
kinda
it's what
nice.
they hear every day.
Yes.
Like, so where we worked a while, years ago,
Yeah.
we didn't have people that came in and represented companies. I
Right.
had one Hershey's
Yes.
rep that came
Yes.
in during the holidays and he would help me fill candy.
Yeah.
But they didn't have that when we worked there. So it was a whole new experience
Yeah.
for me. I'm like, wait, what do? We go and
Yeah.
visit these stores so actually, you know
And
what?
we touch basically
Without
everything.
saying where you work and everything, can you explain like exactly what you do? Because
So
those
this
that are
is-
in retail
yeah.
and work the crazy hours,
Yeah.
this might be their next step in something that
Right.
they'd be interested in.
I tell
'Cause-
people about my job now all the time, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Are you hiring?" And I'm like, "No."
I know I get that
But
often.
I try to steer them in other directions of other
Yeah.
companies that I know that kind of do similar things.
And are hiring.
Yeah. So basically, what we are is a whole store vendor.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just one brand specific. We don't just rep Hershey's. We do everything in the store.
Okay.
So I shouldn't say everything. There's some stuff
lot.
that I
You
don't
do a
touch,
lot.
but every single department we rep at least, I'll say, at least 3 items and up to 50 items.
Yeah.
In that
Yeah.
department. So, it's interesting, and like I've been there for a year and a half now.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah, and there's stuff that like I still question, like, hey, what is this?
Yeah, right.
Because it'll pop up, or it's something that maybe wasn't very popular when I was getting trained, so I never really knew about it, and then
Right.
they're asking for it, and I'm like, I'll send somebody a text and be like, what is that?
Yeah, exactly.
What department would I find that
Should
in?
I know what that is? Missed the memo.
And then you get like whole companies, right? So we'll rep a whole company. Well, you don't realize how much product
Oh my
that
gosh.
company has.
And who else they own.
right.
Right?
Right. So, and I'm just using this as an example.
Oh.
We don't rep them, but I will use it as an example is Kellogg's.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I'll bring that up because people have been, you know, me and my boycotts. People have been boycotting
Oh,
Kellogg's.
boy.
All the workers went on strike.
Oh, boy.
Kellogg's owns Townhouse Crackers. There's many cereal brands they own. There's bread and cookies and,
Man.
you know, you would never know. Maybe even like peanut butter or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, like you wouldn't think that that would be a Kellogg's brand, but if you know, look at the back, it'll tell you where it's distributed from.
Right,
So,
right.
and that's how I learned a lot of things that like maybe I didn't know. I'll Google them, look for an item, and then I'll check the back and make sure is that the distributor that I'm looking for.
Right.
So
for example, not that we want to give them attention, but
Yeah.
they are in the news right now.
Yes.
So Kellogg's does like Corn Flakes, Rice Krispies, Frosted Flakes, Pringles,
Yes.
Eggo,
yes,
Cheez-Its.
Right.
So you'd be like,
you would never know.
you'd be in the cereal, you'd be in the snacks, you'd be in frozen.
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Of course, when I'm looking them up, the first thing is the news that you were just mentioning.
Yeah.
Kellogg to permanently replace striking employees as
Yep.
workers reject new contract.
Yep.
Ah.
They
Well, it's
can't-
funny that we brought them
You know,
up.
it's so crazy to me that like you would rather just hire a whole new staff that will work for less. Like it just blows my mind. 50 years ago, you started with a company, you ended with that company, they paid you a pension, you know.
Yeah, right.
You
right.
gave your life to
it's
that
definitely
company.
different
Yeah,
now.
it's so weird
We're in
now.
different times now.
So weird.
Yep.
It blows my mind. Because honestly, at my last job that, you know, we met at, I was there for 10 years and I could have probably seen myself retiring there
Yep.
if I didn't have this job
I used to
opportunity
tell
come.
people that.
Yeah.
I used to say I'm retiring from
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I used to tell people all the time. And then I went to the job that you're at,
Yeah.
and I used to tell people that.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying it with this one.
I know.
So obviously we know how to pick the right companies
Right.
because they're great.
Yeah.
All of them are great.
I told my last boss I was retiring there and he was like, oh yeah, okay, great. Yeah, great.
And then you
plan."
handed
and then I was
him
like, just kidding.
then you handed them a card that said "So sorry for your loss," and it was your signature. I've seen people do it on
That was
cakes.
the great.
I've seen people do it on cards.
That poor guy.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
But I really did have a good relationship with him, and I like wanted him to know like it's nothing bad here.
No.
It's not you. You're not a
It's
bad
that next
boss.
step.
Like, yeah, I just need to
Mhm.
move on. You know.
So okay, so I'm very interested in this. So because I haven't been there since February. Can you believe I'm going on a year already? I mean, I'm
God.
not going on. I got a couple more months.
Yeah,
but
I remember
still.
when you called me and you're like, "Are you gonna be mad because I got a new job?" And I'm like, "You effing B."
I was so worried to tell you. You were my number one. I was like,
What
oh my
the
God, I was
hell?
so worried.
I wanted to cry that day, but I was like, "No, I'm really happy."
You're like, I'm
for
so
you."
happy for you. And I know you hung up and you were like, that fucking bitch is leaving me. I loved it there though. It was
I
just,
know.
it just
I know.
opportunities present themselves,
Yes,
just like this
yes.
one for you.
Right.
And I love it there. I still tell people, go reach out. I'm still
Yeah.
sending the
Yes.
president's name and I'm like, go ask him, see if they're
Yeah.
hiring. Well, anyway, so what happens if, or you know what, how do these companies know that what you're doing in stores, I guess is my question.
Okay.
Like, so the companies pay your division to go
Right.
into these stores.
Right.
So how do they know what you're doing?
So we have an app on our phone.
Okay.
And we
okay.
take pictures,
Mhm.
basically. Take a shelf before, stock the items, take a shelf after. My worst thing,
Oh,
I'm waiting for
okay.
my review to come up because I'm waiting for, you know how when you have a yearly review and they're like, what do you think you can improve on? And you're like, well, I don't fucking know. As far as I know, I'm doing my job just fine. You
right.
know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
You haven't told me the rest of the year
Right.
that I was doing anything wrong.
Right.
Mhm.
What am I saying? How can I improve if I don't know I'm doing it wrong?
I read somewhere that you should always put something,
No.
but if it's
It's
like, let's say
hard.
it's like 1 out of 5. I'm going to give myself 5s.
Yeah.
I work
Right.
I'm committed to a
Right.
job
Yes.
at every aspect.
Right. And you're like, probably your thing you can improve on is like actually take your breaks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly.
Something stupid like
and that would be all of us. Anyone in our circle
Yeah.
is the same.
I take my breaks.
Yeah, good. 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 You go outside. You watch people ding your car up when they're parking next to you. We can talk about that in a minute.
We're going to talk about that next. But I finally have one for this year. If my boss says, what do you need to improve on? And it's taking beforehand pictures.
Yes.
That's the worst for me.
Show your work.
I show up, I see it's messed up, I start fixing it, and then I go, son of a bitch, I didn't take a picture.
Before. You got to show your work.
That is probably one of the worst things that I do.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I never take a picture
I
before.
feel like that was mine as well. I would just start and then like halfway through I'd be like, oh no.
I walk in and I start working.
Yeah.
You know, that's...
You see something empty. But see, that's why you're perfect for the job.
Yeah.
The companies that hire
if I was
you
perfect, I would take a before picture.
Well, yeah, true. But honestly, the companies that are paying you and the team, I mean, they have the best.
Yeah.
You're seasoned. You know what you're doing.
Right.
It's where everyone came from. You came from the stores.
It's not hard to stock shelves.
It's not hard, but you have to know UPC. You have to know placement. You have to know what it looks like.
So again,
you have to know what that final outcome is for obviously it's for the consumer, for the customer, right?
Well, it's
the end game.
for the people that pay us too. You know, they want to know that their shit is presented
but without the customers,
these
companies, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's for the customers. So yes, when you're at work and you're taking that before and after to show your work because you need to send it to the company.
Yeah.
Yes, you're doing it for the company. It's definitely for the customers.
Yeah. So I go to this one store. I've talked about this store in their moldy shelves before.
Oh gosh.
Right.
So explain the whole thing.
Ugh.
So everything
I don't want
gets,
to. It's gonna make me throw up.
So the meat department stands everything up.
Okay, so it was. We call it the processed wall.
Oh, processed wall. Yes.
So it's got
hams, turkey, salami.
Stuff, right. Mm-hmm. It's got lunch meat.
It's a mix of everything.
Bacon.
Yes.
Lunchables. There's the pickles. There's those Jack Daniels meals.
Oh yeah.
And like Hormel meals and stuff like that you can just nuke and serve
don't have
with
a
mashed
question.
potatoes.
I don't think you rep them, but is it actual Jack Daniels or is it just like a combo of companies?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
I don't look at it.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. But yeah. So there's a whole mishmash of stuff on that wall, right? And we have a certain company that wants us to check the planogram, make sure stuff is where it's supposed to be, right?
Sure. So tell everyone what a planogram is.
Planogram is it's what the set should look like.
Yeah.
Right? It's a planned
4-foot section, 8-foot set, whatever. I mean, I would guess process walls could be 16 feet.
Exactly. Some of them are only 8 feet. Some of them
depends on the size of the store, right?
Right. You know,
if the bathroom's on the right, it's an 8-foot. If the bathroom's on the left, it's a 16-foot. No.
If they have
every store is different
in the store, you know. But yeah, so this particular store, I've had to change the shelves out at because they were, like I said, shit drips.
Oh yeah,
it gets moldy.
Yeah,
and
that happens fast.
And if you're not, I totally understand. It is a pain in the ass to possibly work an overnight, take all the shit off the shelves, wash the shelves, put them back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a pain in the ass. No, nobody wants to do it. But it's part of your job.
Yeah.
As a manager of that department,
mm-hmm.
that is part of your job. And if you don't want to do it, all these stores have like cleaning crews now, right?
Yeah.
Ever since Rona, they have cleaning crews. They go around, they sweep up, they sanitize the bathrooms, they, sanitize carts and touch points and all that stuff. Put their asses on it then,
Yeah.
I'm sure your company is paying them big bucks to show up every day,
Right.
So anyways, a while ago we dealt with the moldy shelves and I got that taken care of. So I've reset the plan, right? It's probably, I'll say 16 feet. Reset the whole thing. And again, with the Rona, we have weird items coming in that we don't normally carry that just get put wherever. We might get a lot of one item, so they'll fill up multiple shelves with it instead of putting each flavor.
Okay.
Stuff like that. So again, I've said it probably 2 or 3 times in the last, I'll say 4 months. I keep setting it. I keep setting it.
The same store.
The same store.
Oh.
And it's like, come on, come on, guys. I get it. If you get something new, put it in an end cap or something.
Is there a manager there, or is it kind of running on their own right now?
No, there's a manager there.
Same manager for 4 months?
Same manager.
Oh, gosh.
So, I think the whole thing is, okay, this is my whole theory on this. And if you're a manager, listen to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
he talks about how I don't care. I have one more year, then I'm retiring. I'm moving out of this state. I don't care. Well, guess what? His team members don't give a shit either.
Oh.
Because that's all they hear him say, you know? And I
Yeah.
get it. Because how you lead is by example, right?
Right,
so
right.
if you're walking around talking about how you really don't give a shit because you're not going to be here for very long, they're just like, man, we don't care either if he doesn't care, you know? So
Yeah.
there is like 2 people that work in that department that I always see them working.
Oh.
But the rest of them, I just see them like hanging out behind the counter and
Oh,
like
gosh.
watching videos on their probably TikToks. I'm
Yeah.
like, let me see it.
Yeah.
Come over here and hold it in front of my face while I clean up this mess. I want to be entertained too.
Show me your favorites. Oh. So
So-
it just brings up another question, though. So I was wondering, you know, how the companies know. You were talking about the app. You take before and
Yeah.
after pictures.
Yeah.
So what if you have all these companies? We'll just keep saying Kellogg's. I hate
Yeah.
to give them the
Yeah.
attention, but it's because we know you don't rep them. And
Yeah.
So what if you have to do this because this is that another company that you're gonna make sure that that store looks good.
Yeah.
Take pride in it, and now it's kind of almost like your baby, right? Like every time you walk in, you're like, you know what to expect.
Exactly.
How does your boss feel about that if you can't touch the other stuff behind you? You know, like in center store and in produce. Like what happens if you spend 3
I just
hours
make
cleaning?
time. You know what I mean?
do?
Yeah, I make
Okay.
time. I mean, there's days that I leave my house at 5
Yeah.
a.m. and I don't get home until 6.
Yeah, yeah.
know,
and those
so
are the days that you're cleaning.
We're paid
and-
salary, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want to ever say that I work too much. I really don't, you know?
Yeah.
But if I have a 14-hour day, then the next day I'll probably leave early, you know?
Right.
As long as-
balance.
And so then after a year and a half, you kind of know your stores, right?
Mhm.
So I know I'm going to walk into this store over here and they're good about their stuff. They take care of their stuff.
Right.
I come in, I don't have a before picture because it looked great when I walked in,
right.
you know? So you have your store. So it's like the next day after I work a 14-hour day, I'm going to be like, I'm going to go to the easy store the next
Right.
day.
Or a smaller store, a
Yeah.
smaller format.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
So are most of yours pretty big though?
Well, I have a couple city stores, so
Oh,
some
you
of-
do?
Some of them
Okay.
are small.
Okay.
But you know, some of the stores were built from old stores that got bought out.
Yeah.
So they're kind of similar in size, you know.
Okay.
And then I have some brand new ones, which is
Right.
really
Like we call those
nice, you know.
organic. They're from
Yeah.
ground up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So those are nice. And most of my stores that are brand new are in pretty nice neighborhoods. So
Yeah.
it's
You know what's sad for me is I opened up probably, I think it was like 4 or 5 stores.
I bet, yeah.
And I was actually just at one this week. I was at a different, I was in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Doing a grand opening, and you just look around and it's so clean,
Oh, it's so
and the
nice.
smell of like
yeah.
the plastic and the glass and the metal, it's so
Yeah.
clean. And then you go back like 2 months later and it
It's
just
just
smells like meat and old stinky feet, like cheese, you know?
Dude, some of these back rooms I walk into and I'm just
Yeah.
like, what is that? What is that? And you have like the meat department, the produce department, you got the hole in the wall, which is the dumpster.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's all right there. And you're like, where is it coming
Yeah.
from? Can I help get rid of the smell? It's in the concrete.
It's in the concrete. I know. Isn't that
Sick.
crazy?
It's sick. Yeah.
It's like it's something leaked. For example, there was a store. I think we may have talked about this. You would walk up to the seafood counter and it just stunk. And they would clean it and hose it down and empty it every night. They could not figure it out. So they finally had a mechanic come in and tear it apart.
Stop it.
And
What was in it?
It was food
Ew.
and drippings that somehow was like the case was not set up correctly. It wasn't sealed. So as they took the walls out,
Sick.
they found like just like a pool
Stop.
of like shrimp
because
and mold.
the other
and
day when I was
it made a
cleaning
difference
up-
after they
Oh, I'm
vacuumed it all up and
sure.
cleaned it all.
I am sure. I pulled up. Okay, so you know those imitation crab
yes.
meats, right?
Yes.
They got chunks, flakes, sticks, whatever. I picked up a pack of that, and it was like kind of stuck to the shelf, which is normal.
Yeah.
Shit spills, whatever.
Yeah.
But when it let loose, it was like this milky substance. It was sick.
Oh my gosh.
Sick. And I just look over, and of course, there's 2 people standing behind the counter playing on TikTok. I'm like, hey, you guys got some paper towels and some cleaner? I don't know what this is. And it's like,
She's like stringing it down.
Dripping.
Oh, God.
Ew.
Oh my gosh. It's just, these stores are so massive and so big, and then you just have people that don't care, and that's what's going to happen. It's sad.
Exactly.
But then you have your other stores that are amazing.
Right.
You really do.
Makes up for it.
Yeah, it does. It really
makes
does
up
make
for
up for
it.
it. You every division is going to have a store or a couple stores that you're just like, oh, here we go again.
I know when
it happens.
You know what? So it's like I said, I have 11 stores. So technically I should hit 2 stores a day and then 3 stores on one day.
Yeah.
And it's like when I go to that one particular store, I know I am going to be there for at least 6.5 hours.
So you go once a week?
Once a week.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you hit all 11 stores in 1 week?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are there things that you have to do 4 times a month?
Oh, God,
or,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you
So we
talk
have our
about your,
goals.
like,
We have our
Can you talk
goals,
about that?
right?
I'm curious.
We have monthly goals. So you got to hit each merchandiser 2, 3, 4 times a month.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it's only once a month. So those are cool because usually beginning of the month, I'll go hit all 10 of my stores and do those once a month. Like, boom, get them out of the way. And then I can concentrate on the ones that I have to hit more than once and just,
Okay. So, so some companies, they're okay with you touching their stuff once a month.
Yeah.
Some are twice.
Once and done.
Some are like every time you're in a store, touch our stuff.
So those are basically the 4 times a month. They know. They're
And
aware.
are they fast sellers too?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
they're your real busy big
Yes.
brands.
I
Okay.
can always stock 12 cases of them. You know what I mean?
So do you have liquor and beer too?
We do.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do?
Wine.
You have
Wine.
Okay. And what do you have to do there? Wine a lot with everyone else? Wine.
I just wine.
Do you know what's funny? And this is not a bad thing. I noticed that those that they hire to work in wine and spirits or in beer are very like rule followers, linear.
I was gonna say clicky.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure about your story.
Yeah.
But for me, I would walk in and I would say, I have to put this tag and they'd be like, wait a minute, who's this coming from? And let me get my plan out. I mean, they were like to a T with their plans.
Okay, so the people that work at the store, not the reps for the wine.
Right.
Okay, I got
Right. I know there's other
gotcha.
reps for
Yeah.
wine, like
Yeah.
there's distributors and stuff. No,
Yes.
not those. I'm talking about the people that actually work. Like they take great
Yes.
pride
Yes.
in their wine and spirits.
I totally agree with you
Yes.
on that. Every time I have to go work in wine, like the one day I'm over there, like we have to get a couple pictures of displays that are, it's not all our brand, but they'll build an end cap where all of these wines are on sale for say $12.99.
Oh, okay.
So then our people are like, hey, can you take a picture, make sure our wine is in that $12.99 end cap? Sure, no problem. Oh my God. I get people come up. Can I help you? What are you doing?
Right. The workers.
Why are you taking pictures? Yeah.
The team members
and I'm like, hey, yeah, here's my name badge. Like, you guys have seen me a million times. They're like, oh, hey, but yeah, they are very protective over their stuff.
Yes,
it's crazy.
they are.
I could go in there and take pictures of shit all day long. Okay, I've noticed 4 years ago, I'll say.
Okay.
If you walked into a store and you were taking pictures, everybody be up your ass. Like, what are you doing? Who do you work for?
Yes.
Why are you here?
I believe we've had some friends get kicked out of stores they're supposed to be working in,
Right.
not competitor stores.
Right. So then now they have the shipped shoppers.
Oh, yes.
Where every time they pick something up, they have to take a picture of the barcode because it'll ding if it's correct and it'll like if it's not, you know?
Oh, yes.
So nobody really even notices us
that people
anymore.
are taking pictures, right? Unless you're like backing up and like telling customers, excuse me, can you stay, right?
No, I never tell customers, excuse me. I just take a picture of them with it in it. I don't care.
So I was in another division and I was noticed.
Yeah.
So I was doing comp checks.
Yeah.
And just kind of taking a look at some of the stuff in deli in the meat department. And I was absolutely spotted.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they had like the shipped or the
Yeah.
the shoppers.
Yeah.
Because the second that I put my phone up, I wanted to take a picture of like what looked like I thought I was being very clever, and then I was going to take a picture of like a meal or something like that.
You're not.
Immediately he walked over. He was like, "Hey, how's it
Hi.
going?" I'm like, "So good. I've never." And oh my gosh, I am not a liar. Immediately my cheeks turn red. My eyes start watering like I want to cry. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I have never been here before. This store is beautiful. I'm sharing it with my kids." As he's looking down at my phone like, "What are you taking a picture of?" He's like, "All right, safe travels." I'm like,
okay.
"Thank you so much. Yeah, we're going back tonight." I'm like,
Get
"Absolutely
outta
not. I was
here. Get out of here, bitch.
Oh my god.
Stop trying to look at our sale
It
prices.
was a beautiful store.
I
It was
do not
beautiful.
even
I
know what is the big secrecy about.
Okay, so in the one division that I was in, you would walk into one store and then you'd go like not totally. There was many different types of stores with
Yes.
different owners. Okay,
Yes.
so I would walk into one and I would be like, "Wow, that's really neat." You'd go and walk in the next one. It would look the exact same,
Stop it.
but different colors and a different name of what they were going to call it.
Oh my gosh.
So like, they had chicken and then they had Schmickman. You know what I mean?
Schmickman. We got the Schmickman
And then
over
they had
here.
Plickman over here.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Yeah.
just as an example,
Right.
like every single chicken looked the same, but one was orange, one was green, one was blue.
Yeah.
And it was called, chicken or Schmickman or Flickman or,
yeah.
it was just like, it was crazy
That's so
because
funny.
of that. So I'm sure that they're a little protective.
I don't
I
know.
also
Yeah,
went into one
whatever.
store that when you would go, okay, so stores like, sometimes you have like the grocery side, pharmacy side, and then you
Yes.
have like the produce side, right? And produce is always in front, right?
Yes.
You're always shopping produce first. You walked into this store and it was like a maze. You had to walk.
Was it like
through.
Aldi? Like where you have one way in, one
way out. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they made you walk through all the different produce.
Wow.
It was like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Like I can't even describe like how it was, but it looked like an M. Like if you were looking
Over
over
top,
it,
yeah.
over top, it was like up and around, and here's all your stuff. So we went during lunch, and we were getting stuck behind people.
Oh gosh.
It was just so strange.
You could-
I couldn't get around. And it was like kind
And
of
if
in
you
like a
passed
bougie
them-
area.
If you passed them, they like acted like you were passing them to get to the crab
Yes.
legs at the buffet.
Absolutely. It was a little bit bougie. I smelled a lot of perfume. There was a
Oh,
lot of
gosh.
diamonds, really
Yeah.
fancy, shiny shoes.
Yeah.
And so you would kind of go around and don't dare try to touch their carts
Oh, my
because something,
gosh.
if their purse was in there or something,
Yeah.
forget about it. But yeah, it was a very unique situation, like a very unique store. So
So-
they're not up here.
Can I talk about taking other people's carts real quick?
Yeah,
Because I
not
did
saying
that
anything
today.
bad about bougie. It was just
No.
funny because it just
Yeah.
seemed like you could
No.
like smell the money.
That
Not
would
saying
be-
anything bad about that.
That would be their Chanel number 5.
Yes. Like I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like it was beautiful. Like I'm not saying anything bad, so don't take me the wrong way. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Definitely.
So, obviously my cart in the store looks very different from the shopper's carts, right?
Yes, yeah.
It's full of cardboard. I have
Oh, yeah.
outdated product
Oh,
on
yeah.
it. I have open packages that I come across.
Mm-hmm.
I pick up garbage off of the floor, even though it's not my job.
Yeah. But you just do. You're extra.
So, but, sometimes I get sidetracked and I'm like, oh, what's that over there?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Do I want that?
Clearance.
So lately, I've been trying to get rid of all my metal utensils, right? Like for baking and cooking.
Oh.
I want it to be either like bamboo, wood, or silicone.
Oh, wow.
Because I have, I buy these nonstick pans, and then everyone wants to use a
Oh.
mother effing metal spatula
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
And like, if you scratch it,
Scratching
you
it
are
up.
not supposed to use it
No.
anymore. And I'm like, gosh darn it, I just bought this pan.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to take all the metal out. So I see these really cool, like flat flipper spatulas,
Yes.
and then spatulas that you can like scrape a bowl or a jar with.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, what's that? So I'm kind of checking it out, whatever. Well, somebody had moved my cart out of the way because I'm blocking the
okay,
aisle with
all
my
right.
cardboard, whatever. Sorry. And then there's a lady shopping like right behind me, and her cart's like between us. So I turned around and I like grabbed her cart and like, ooh, and then I was like, oh wow, oh nope, that's not my cart. And I'm like, sorry. And she starts laughing, and then she sees me grab my cart, and I was like, yeah, mine doesn't really look like anybody's. I should probably know that, And she had a good laugh at least.
Oh, that's
She
awesome.
did not yell at me, like.
That's so awesome. I was moving a woman's cart. Oh gosh, this was years ago, and I thought she was going to
God.
attack me like a
Oh,
lioness.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, and so maybe it's because working in retail, I don't look at what's in the cart.
Right.
Like, and all I did was, and this was before we worried about germs.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I just kind of moved it off to the side. She's like, hop, 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 hop. I mean, she was like running after
are you
me.
going with that?
And then I did look down, and it was like her purse with her wallet open
my
with, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my God.
What the hell is
First
wrong
of all,
with people?
why aren't you having that on your shoulder? And you know what and why are you walking away from it? You know what I
that's
mean?
so
It's with like parents
Yes.
who leave their kids
Yes.
like 8 feet away, and you're going and you say hi to the kid, and they're like, oh, you know, they
Yeah.
start like running toward. Well,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
leave
Don't
him
talk
there.
to my kid, even though I'm going to leave him 12 feet away from me where anybody could just snatch him right up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's in the seatbelt though. He should be fine, right?
That's my answer to that.
So funny.
Anyways,
Yeah. So
I feel like we just had a really long rant. And it
yeah, that
good.
was amazing. There was no breaks or anything. We'll take a break now. Goodbye. Hello. We're back.
Hello.
I'm like, goodbye. Hello.
Hello. Okay, so I was talking to somebody that's been on our show before.
Oh.
And me and her agreed that I should at least once say, I have a surprise for you.
You have a surprise for me? Oh my gosh, I'm surprised. Yay.
So let's see how this works out.
Oh
Because
gosh. Is
I
it
have
a
a-
quiz?
I
I'm
have a
terrible
quiz
at quizzes.
for you.
Oh no. I am terrible at quizzes.
we're going to turn the tables.
What?
I
I'm nervous.
am going to.
All of a sudden I'm sweating and I have to go pee.
We just took a break.
I know.
Okay, so supposedly, get
I'm
off
sweating.
of their cookies.
I have cotton mouth. I'm sweating. I'm terrible at quizzes and tests.
This is a quiz by Active, and it's called "What Kind of Runner Are You?" What's your pre-run routine? Sip on coffee, take care of the kids, and chat on the phone. Take a shower, put makeup on, and blow dry your hair. Hey, you never know who you might run into. Make a protein shake or a light meal. Throw your hair into a ponytail, put on a little deodorant, and head out the door. Or pack your Patagonia backpack full of granola and gear.
Oh gosh. Can you pick more than one?
No.
Oh. All right. So I'm a coffee drinker in the morning.
Okay.
I do pack gear depending on how long I'm running. But let's just go with let's go with coffee drinker.
Coffee drinker.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to have my coffee in the morning before I head out.
Oh, okay. I just have to keep track of how many. Okay, here, give me a piece of paper. 'Cause
Oh gosh.
I have to keep track of how many points everything is, and then we're going to add it up.
Oh gosh. Okay. This is fun.
Okay, so
So that was 10 points.
you said sip on coffee. That's A. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
What do you typically wear? Same thing over and over. Who has time to worry about that? Clothes that are 5 years old and torn. Trendy and brand name only. The latest and greatest running tech gear. Patagonia or North Face all the way.
Oh my gosh. So I have an addiction to shopping. So let's go with the one above the last one.
The latest and greatest running tech gear.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
do that.
Okay.
And we did Secret Santa at my work.
Yes.
And I got
They did really good
the
for
latest
you.
and greatest hat and mask and gloves. So I'm gonna say I'm pretty
You're pretty trendy.
I'm pretty trendy.
Yeah. So what did you get your Secret Santa?
He wanted coffee.
Oh,
so I
perfect
went
for
on
you too.
Oh
'cause
my
you know
gosh.
coffee.
Yes. So I went on Amazon and they have a I can't think of what it's called, but it keeps your coffee fresh. And he has a new house. So it was like a freshness container. And it comes in
Nice.
3 different sizes. He was so excited about it. Plus I got him
No.
Irish cream coffee.
Oh.
And they're very like, for the earth and stuff. So I got
Yes.
him eco-friendly
Pots.
K-cups. Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. So
Very good.
yeah, it was very good.
Okay.
Now back to the running quiz.
Question number 3. which it is. It's only 6 questions, so we're
All
halfway
right,
done.
good.
Okay. Who do you run with? A,
Myself.
Okay, it was partner or group, your dog, solo, changes all the time, don't really care, the earth below your feet.
So solo or the earth below my feet.
Where do you run? Community, beach, treadmill, don't care as long as I get miles in, I'm happy, trails.
Trails. Love me some trails.
Okay. What do you eat or drink after a run? Don't care, just need something light. Maybe you snack on bread or fruit. Beer, chocolate milk, recovery drink or bar, or organic green smoothie.
Ooh.
This is interesting. We're all learning about you.
I know, it's too much. Well, it's either the last one or the one before. So let's go with bars. I usually have a bar.
Okay. Recovery drink or bar.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll go with that.
All right. How many miles do you log per one? 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, 10 plus, don't know, don't care.
For each run? Yeah. My minimum is 5. So
okay, so we're going to say 4 to 6?
Yeah, we'll go 4 to 6. That's just like during the week average.
Okay, everybody take a break while I add up these points. Okay, so I added up your points and you get 19 points.
Okay.
So 16 to 20 points. I'm sexy and I know it. The fitness runner.
Woo!
That is your
Yay!
So
this is runner.
This is funny. If you got 5 to 10 points, you were a mommy stroller. If you got 11 to 15, you're lazy Susan, the casual runner.
No.
You got you're sexy and you know it. 21 to 25 points was marathon diva, the competitive runner.
Ooh.
26 to 30 was Shira, the trail runner.
Ooh,
so yeah, I think that
cool.
fit you pretty good.
Yeah, perfect.
'Cause
Oh, that's so fun.
You are pretty hot. Hot mama.
No, but thanks. That was so fun. You surprised me. I got all like nervous. I ran this morning.
Finally.
It was freaking freezing out.
Finally, I surprised
I know.
you.
So for those that do things outside, like running, hiking, all that kind of stuff.
I hate it outside right now.
It's 20 degrees out, but I have a suggestion. So when you go for a walk or a run or a hike, or if you do something outside and you think to yourself, okay, it's 20 degrees out, it's a little bit windy, it's December, but I was comfortable outside, take a picture of the outfit that you're wearing. Because the following week, when you go to do the same thing, when you go for a hike or a run or a walk, or you're going to meet with friends outside, you can say, what did I wear in the 20s when it was a little bit cold out? And it really does work.
Does it?
My first couple years when I was running and just knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
If it was a really good run, I felt good. It wasn't too hot. I had enough layers on. And that was in
Yeah.
the summer or the winter.
Yeah.
I would take a picture. You can actually take a Polaroid picture. And then on the bottom, you can put 20 degrees, little bit of wind. You can kind of talk about it.
Yeah.
And then, talk about like how your day and how the run went or the hike or the walk. And then you look at the outfit and you're like, okay, cool.
Perfect.
Now for me, because I donate stuff every year because I get sick of it, I would look at the outfit and be like, oh shit, don't have those pants anymore.
No, why did I get rid of those?
But yeah, suggestions.
And then you're like, guess I got to go online and look at the latest trends and make a little order. So talking about like being cold or being hot, my husband works outside, right?
Yes.
So he does like commercial buildings, they build.
Would be a good suggestion for them.
So the other day it was supposed to be very cold and it didn't get as cold as he thought it was going to be. So he left with long underwear.
Oh gosh.
And which if you wear layered shirts, that's easy enough to take a couple layers off. But he's like, he has gone to his car and taken his long underwear off if needed, but you got to take off your boots. You got to take off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a pain in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
So, then I sent you guys a video the night before last night.
Mm-hmm.
What did this MFer do?
He shaved his beard. Why?
Right before the coldest day that we've had so far.
Why did he do that? I forgot to ask. I was too busy laughing. I'm like, wait, who is that guy on your Snapchat?
So anybody that knows my husband knows he always has a goatee, at least. If not a full beard, it's at least a goatee, right? And anytime he has a baby clean face, you know he fucked up something.
Oh, that's why. Little nick here and there, and then it's like,
well,
oh.
so the first time he had to do it was he was lighting a bonfire, and it, oof,
oh.
and it like totally like singed the side, so he had to shave it all off.
Oh
right?
my gosh.
He had like
Ooh,
his
that's
eyebrows
scary.
were all fucked up. Oh yeah, I know. I yelled at him for it. And his one niece was like to my sister-in-law, like, Mom, why does Uncle Johnny not have a beard? You know, like, she's probably never seen him without a beard.
Right,
you know?
right.
So yeah, this time he was like, he said his trimmer kept dying. Okay, but then why'd you keep shaving?
Oh.
So then it was fucked up, so he just shaved it all off.
Oh.
And I was like, thanks, I hate it.
Oh, the first thing I think of is like when it's dying that it's
gonna
like
be
pulling.
like-
yeah.
it's gonna be rough, right?
Oh, man.
So yeah, so he shaved his whole beard off, and I always forget. I've been with my husband for, I don't know,
Forever.
almost 20 years
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And I always forget that he has a butt chin. And I always forget that neither one of us have a top lip. I was like, thank God we didn't have any kids, because they would be born like this, like all teeth.
all
Be like,
gums.
hi. I don't know if you guys remember Fire Marshal Bill. If you're old enough.
Oh, gosh.
It wasn't Saturday Night Live. It was that other one.
Oh, gosh.
I can't remember what it's called.
So funny.
Look up Fire Marshal Bill. It was one of Jim Carrey's like first.
Yes.
Skits.
Oh, my gosh.
What the hell was the name of that show?
I don't know. You know me, I wouldn't, but I know who you're talking about.
I have to Google
So
it now.
Johnny accidentally shaves everything off, and the ladies that I know are like leaving their leg hairs long because it's freaking cold out here.
I definitely. Oh, it's called In Living Color.
Yes, that's
Yes.
right. That's right.
In
That's
Living-
right.
In Living Color. Got my singing in.
Yeah,
for the-
yeah. Thank you.
Fire Marshal Bill was hilarious, and that's what my kids would look like if I ever had them, because me and Johnny both have no top lip.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, no, I haven't shaved my legs in a couple weeks now.
Happy winter. Happy winter.
I'm like, I really need to plan a trip, because that's what's gonna make me shave my legs.
Yeah. Okay, I have one more question. We're gonna go back to your
Okay.
job. This is like the interview for you.
I know.
I
What's
love
up?
it.
What's up?
So if you don't make your, what do you call them, like quotas or your numbers,
Yeah.
what happens?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So
I mean,
it's
I'm
like
sh-
do your
you know,
best. Is that how it
right.
is? Okay.
Because, we get pulled in 100 different directions.
Directions. Yeah. It sounds like it.
So in every year they add more and more and more.
I was just gonna say
You know,
I'm
it's-
sure.
yeah.
I talked to a few
Sometimes-
people on the
yeah.
team. It just I feel like like I know some of your people had to split off because there was some
Right.
bigger things happening,
Right.
and yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like every month or
It's a
every
lot.
year you're getting
Yeah.
more and more.
I mean, so each store has, I'll say 25 check marks on the to-do list, right?
Oh wow, that could be a lot.
Yeah. But like I said, some of them are only once a month.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll say 8 of them.
And
are once a
everything in
month.
that app kind of tells you what to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
it tells you what to do. Yeah.
You know what'd be really cool in that app? If you could pick the store and then the map comes in of the store. And then you know like where the bathroom is, where Starbucks is, where the meat
Oh.
department is, where produce is, and then you can just look. And then as you
Ooh.
finish,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, as you finish like in produce, it gives you like a green box, like you've done everything in
Yeah.
produce. And as you go to deli, you did
Yeah.
everything there. Or,
No, I would never get it all done.
Yeah, right.
I would never get it all done.
It would be like the Fitbit, how it has the circles,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you did all your
Yeah.
fitness circle filled in the
So
circle.
we do use a program. It's called Power BI, which I started using at
Who
my
owns
old
that?
job. I don't know.
Oh,
Power BI.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
But
Oh, and
it's
that's kinda the same
It's a
thing?
good tool to kind of keep track of your progress.
Yeah.
So you can make sure, that you've hit what you're supposed to hit. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just do your best and,
Yeah.
you got to make sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's bonuses
obviously-
involved or
right.
something, but
if they say make this a priority, you better freaking make it a
Yeah,
priority.
yeah.
So when I get that email that like, hey, this mission dropped or it's dropping Monday, like I'll go hit all 10 of my stores on Monday and Tuesday, hit
Yeah.
5 one day, 5 the next day, and get that done.
oh,
You
sure.
know, if I know that's
That's, I remember doing something like that where we would
Yeah.
call it, what would we call it? Like, what is the word that you use?
I know what you're talking about and I can't think of it either.
So I think those kind of days in and out of the car are more tiring than
they
going wall to
are,
wall.
But on the other hand, it's
Surge.
like Yeah.
Yeah.
A surge work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Surge work.
It's a break from the normal.
Yeah.
That's
right.
what I
Right.
like about it. Like if they say, holy crap, guys, we need to get these displays up. There's 44 displays. That means one goes in every single store or whatever,
Yeah.
and we have to have these done before the end of the week.
Mhm.
I'll just go hit all 10 of my stores or 11 of my stores right away.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
And just
And
try
you're
to get it
okay to
done.
choose that. Like some people
Yeah.
may not do that, but that's how
Right.
you want to do
Right.
it.
That's how I want to do it. I know it's off my checklist. I'm not going to get in trouble for missing anything. I always keep a notebook in my car too, and I kind of keep track. Like I'll write December 2021. I write all my stores on the side, and then the important ones, I shorthand them at the top, and then I can just, when I go to that store, I know I'm going to get this, and this done, and I'll give it a tally mark,
Oh, okay.
So-
Well, you're very organized.
Yeah.
You almost have to be with so many
You have to.
companies. Yeah.
Because, and like I said, when you walk in the store, you're like, holy shit, what store am I at?
Right.
So like sometimes like I'm thinking, oh my God, where was I yesterday? Look at my notebook.
Yeah.
So.
I know a lot of times if I was doing that surge work, I'd walk into a store, I'd walk back out, I'd forget where I parked my car.
Oh God, yeah.
You know what I mean? I try to park in the same spot, but
Yeah.
sometimes they're lined up differently,
Right.
the stores or there's,
Right.
whatever.
So
So,
talking about being in the car, so I go out to my car for lunch yesterday,
yes.
and it's at a pretty busy store. So like one of my friends, because I posted about it on Snapchat. Like
Yeah,
I was
was it
so
windy?
pissed. It was windy, and I get it. It's windy, so accidents happen. But on my 30-minute lunch, 2 people pulled up next to me and whipped open their door and just let it fucking hit my door.
Oh my gosh.
Now, the first one, it was a mom and her daughter, and the mom was like being very careful getting out because it's tight. You know
Yeah,
what I
oh,
mean?
yeah.
It doesn't matter. You can be right in the middle of the 2 white lines.
It's
still
still tight.
parking,
Yep.
know? And her daughter opened the door and it just, boom. And she looked at me like,
Oh my
I'm
God.
so sorry. And she's like, God damn it, to the kid. So that one, I was just like, whatever. But then this other one was like just a dude like getting into his car, and he just fucking whips it open, lets it go.
Oh my
and like,
God.
and I fucking like, what the fuck? Like so loud in my car. Like,
Did you?
yes.
Good for you.
I mean, I didn't have my windows down really,
Yeah,
know,
because
but
I
I'm
wouldn't
just
want
like,
you to get like,
I'm like,
shot or anything.
spitting daggers out of my eyes at
Oh,
him,
man.
And he's just like, well, whatever, got into his car and left.
Oh man.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So, and as you mentioned, how many times does this happen when you're not
When I'm
sitting in your car?
Yeah, when I'm in the store.
Yeah.
So yeah, our one friend was like, oh, well, you'll learn where to park in the parking. I'm
Right.
like, it doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter because
Yeah.
that store is so busy.
Yeah.
When you pull in, you just take whatever
you
spot
may
you
think
can.
you're picking a spot
Yeah.
that no one's going to be around. And
yeah.
Oh, I love when I've only seen it with older gentlemen.
Yeah.
But I'm sure everyone does this. I love those that open their door and then they use their foot.
Yeah.
They don't care what's around.
I'm not gonna say I've never done that, but I definitely do it when I know nobody's around,
Yeah.
Or the wind is coming from the other way, so it keeps trying to shove the door
Oh,
back.
yeah.
I fucking put my foot out there. God damn it, stay open! I need to collect my belongings.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I remember one day it was so windy in the city and I had like some signs and strips and whatever I
Oh,
was
that's
going to
the
use.
worst.
And I'm trying not to hit the car next to me. And the car keeps closing on me. I was like,
Oh,
my
God.
God. And then I try to I still have everything in my hands. I'm still trying to get out and then it gets me like my arm and I'm like, oh, forget it. That's
Losing
when you
your
just
shit.
start to hate life.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like, what am
yeah.
I doing?
You're like, this is the worst day ever of my whole life. I cannot believe this is happening.
I truly think I can put up with snow,
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
Wind, I cannot
Yes.
stand.
I hate the wind too.
I hate
it
the
puts
wind.
your hair in your face.
Yep.
God forbid you have chapped lips and you tried to put some lip gloss on and your hair is sticking to your face and your lips getting in your mouth.
Yeah.
And you try to like face the wind for a second and like, I'm doing like model hair flip and like try to get it out and then hold it there and it doesn't matter. It just still wraps around
Yeah.
into your
Oh,
mouth.
gosh.
I hate wind too.
Yep, same.
Yeah.
Remember when we were down in Florida and my hair was a little bit wet?
Yes.
And we went to that seafood place and the wind was
Yes.
whipping up and all of a sudden I had like a whoop, it was straight up and it dried
It
that
was-
way.
It was, what is that? Johnny Bravo.
Oh yeah.
You had Johnny
I was
Bravo
like,
hair.
what is
that
going
night.
on? So funny. My hair's so short it just does whatever it wants. Very
Oh,
good.
That's so funny.
So we lost a coworker this week.
What?
I just want to mention Patty.
Oh,
Yeah, before we get done here.
yeah.
So rest in peace, Patty Caps.
Yeah.
Very sad. I know a lot of people are
That is
upset.
sad.
So she used to work at the deli by us. She had cancer, unfortunately. She leaves 2 sons. My son used to play baseball with her older son.
Yeah.
And she has a lot of friends. My
Yes.
Facebook feed
My Facebook
is
blew
filled
up.
with memories.
Yes.
So she was just an
So
amazing
many people that I didn't even
person.
know knew her.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
And then I go to start to look. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, she grew up where I live,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
graduated in 93 from high school. And that's my age. So it's like
Yeah.
all the people. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to end it sad, but I want to end it silent for her.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks for listening, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Hey, get your freaking Christmas shopping done.
Goodbye. This podcast is brought to you by NameTag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. Drums, written and performed by my son, Steven. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.